about the
But
traffic.
I don't choose to identify myself.
Okay, then I'm gonna have to place you under arrest in front of your daughter, and I don't want to have to do that.
For what?
And then
What's
we're gonna
the
have
charges?
to notify
Dark tent?
for fail to
That's
identify.
not a
You're obstructing our
reason
investigation.
to arrest anybody.
It's safe.
You're not. That's against my rights. I know you can't do that. What
Okay.
did I do wrong? You have to have an actual emergency, or you have to suspect an emergency. There was no emergency, and you guys know that.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
Can I get my mother's phone so I can call my family members? Because you're trying to arrest my mother.
Yeah, she's done. We're not trying. She is arrested.
Okay, well, then I have a right to call someone to come and pick me up.
Hang tight, ma'am, okay? I know you're trying to act like an adult, but you're not. You're still a kid. All right, so act like a child and be respectful, okay?
Yeah,
I don't know what your mom has taught you, but she hasn't taught you respect, okay?
At 8 p.m. Saturday, June 1st, police in West Palm Beach, Florida, pulled over a car for failing to properly stop at a stop sign and for excessive window tint. Not only was the driver a sovereign citizen, but even her 10-year-old daughter lectured the police and refused to identify.
Hello. How are you doing? Can you lower the window for my partner? Who is my partner? Can you lower the window for him?
Why?
Because I'm asking you to lower the window so you can see what's going on inside.
Why?
Because I'm asking you to. Can you lower the window? If not, he's going to open the door because he can't see inside.
No, he cannot open
Okay,
my
all
door.
right, step out the car real quick. Come on, come out the car.
Why would you be asking me to step out the car? What's the problem?
Step out.
The problem right now is merely a stop sign violation. Had you played your cards right, you could probably have earned a mere warning. But instead, let's see how many charges you can pile on. Shame. She should have read our book, I Do Not Consent, all about the sovereign citizen ideology and why it never ever works. I do not consent. Order your copy today by scanning this QR code or clicking the link below. I do not consent, because understanding is the first step to restoring order.
Come on, get out the car.
No, you do not.
Get out the car, ma'am. Get out the car, or I'm going to take out the car. Get out the car, or I'm going to pull you out the car. Get out the car, or pull out the car. Easy as that. You're making this difficult. Let's go. Thank you.
I'm sorry. It's okay, baby. Just chill.
Come over.
Come, baby. Come.
Come over. Listen, the reason why we're stopping you is because you failed to come to a complete stop over there at 3rd and Douglas.
Are you serious?
Yes, all 4 tires need to come to a complete stop. Okay?
Right.
You have a driver's license?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You want to give my partner your information?
Ma'am, you stay here. Let me get it for you.
He said give
No,
me
he said, do you want to give my partner
He can't go in
information?
my car.
Ma'am. Hello.
Like, that's ridiculous. What the hell is the problem?
Let's go back over
I
here.
get what you're saying, but come on now.
He's not in the car.
This is
We
ridiculous.
can stand, listen, we can stand here and look inside of the car. Anything we see there is plain view. Plain view doctrine. You can look it up. We came to.
So does the doors have to be open then? If you could just look in the car, you can see it through the windows and go through the corner of the doors.
Go close my car door.
You can stay there.
Yo, ma'am, relax.
What are
Just
you
stay
doing?
right here.
Like, come on, man.
Listen, stay here. You guys are doing way too much.
We're doing way too much. You pulled me over for practically no reason. I stopped at the stop sign.
And they pulled you over for the stop sign. Okay?
Okay.
The reason, if you want to stand right here, I'll explain everything to you. But as of right now, you guys are making this very difficult. All right? Can you get off your phone and listen to me?
I'm going to record for my safety.
Yeah, you feel free. Feel free to record.
Okay.
All right. So, he's asking that you roll the windows down because we have no idea who's in the car. We have no idea what dangers are inside of the car. So it's for officer safety reasons, okay? That's why he asked you to do that. If you say, no, I don't want to, then the partner can open the door to ensure that it's safe.
You're not. That's against my rights. I know you can't do that.
Okay, ma'am. What's your name?
Am I under arrest?
You can be.
It's a traffic stop.
Am I under arrest?
You want to identify yourself?
Am I under arrest?
It's a traffic stop, so therefore you have to identify
What are you
yourself. If you
stopping me
don't,
for?
you will
What
be
did I
under
do?
arrest. Your dark
Is
tent?
that against the law?
Yes, ma'am.
My dark
Florida
tents are
state
against
statute.
the law.
It's a traffic law. Yes,
And they're
ma'am.
not even that dark.
Okay. Can you get the tent meter? And then you also ran the stop sign. All right? We're really not trying to make this a big deal. We really aren't. You took it there. You escalated it. Now we're still trying to de-escalate it. I'm asking you for your info so that we can go about the
But I
traffic.
don't choose to identify myself.
Okay, then I'm gonna have to place you under arrest in front of your daughter, and I don't want to have to do that.
For what?
And then
What's
we're
the
gonna have to
charges? Dark
for
tent?
fail to
That's
identify.
not a
You're
reason
obstructing our
to
investigation.
arrest anybody.
You're obstructing our investigation. Let's not do
What
this in front of.
investigation? What am I under
It's a traffic
investigation
stop,
for?
man.
But what did I do wrong? You have to have an
You just
actual
ran a stop
emergency,
sign.
or you have to suspect an emergency. There was no emergency, and you guys know that.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
So you're saying the only time we can pull a car over is only for an emergency?
Yes. That's literally what you guys
You're
are for.
incorrect.
If you don't have, I didn't get, if I'm not suspect for a crime, you don't have a right to pull me over.
I'm gonna ask you in 3 seconds. Can you identify yourself? If you
I'm
don't,
not, because that's.
Cool. Turn over. Hands behind your back. You're under arrest. Hold it.
Can I at least call somebody for
No,
my daughter?
you want to do all of this? No. We're gonna call DCF, and DCF is gonna.
And you know I'm gonna take you all to court, right?
Okay, everything is being recorded on body camera. Okay.
Yeah, get my phone. Can you give her my phone so she can call? That's horrible. I cannot believe you guys are doing
We
this.
can't believe we have to do this.
Why would you have to do this? I have done nothing wrong, and you know that. There's no crime. I can see you arresting me for a crime. I have not committed one crime.
Okay, man.
Oh my God. This is completely tyrannical.
Come over here, please.
Can I get my mother's phone so I can call my family members? Because you're trying to arrest my mother.
Yeah, she's done. We're not trying. She is arrested.
Okay, well, then I have a right to call someone to come and pick me up, right?
Yeah, we'll make sure you're in good hands.
Okay, so I'm going to go and call my sister and my brother and my father so he can come and pick me up. So can I go ahead and call get my mother's phone?
I have your mom's phone.
So,
Okay? Just
can
hang tight. Yeah, just hang tight.
I know her password.
Hang tight, ma'am. Okay? I know you're trying to act like an adult, but you're not. You're still a kid. All right? So act like a child and be respectful. Okay?
Yeah,
I don't know what
but-
your mom has taught you, but she
Okay.
hasn't taught you respect. Okay?
Sir,
So
I'm
just
not
relax.
trying to be disrespectful, and I apologize if you get that from me, but
It's too late to apologize.
okay, well then I take my apology back if that's what you want. But I would like to call my father.
No, I
Sir, I want to call my father.
Yep. You will call
Okay.
We're gonna walk up here.
Yeah,
Can you walk with me? You're under arrest.
I don't
Walk
want to
with me.
leave my daughter by herself.
Ma'am, you should have given me your info. Now it's out of your hands. Okay? So do you want to give me your info and
Yes,
then we
I'll give you
okay.
my info.
But you understand what you're doing is wrong, correct?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right, walk. Walk with me. Keep walking. I
This
know.
is so wrong. What's your name? I need
Thomas,
your name
I'm
and
Detective
last
Thomas.
name.
We're all detectives.
Okay. And you still haven't told me what I'm being arrested for.
I just told you.
What
Failed to
am I being
identify,
arrested
ma'am.
for? Failure to identify is not
ma'am.
a crime.
Okay. Obstructing my investigation.
What investigation? Into what? What did I do wrong
Have a
to
seat.
be
I'll explain to you in a
investigated?
minute again. No weapons or anything on you? Are those shorts underneath? Okay.
I believe you have me leaving my 10-year-old daughter with these
I don't
people.
have-
They are complete strangers.
Have a seat.
Like, this is so wrong.
You understand, us as adults, we have responsibilities and
Yes, we do.
Okay.
And you know your
and
job.
you
You know your job just like I do. Trust me.
put your feet inside, man. Okay, so I'm gonna explain it to you from the beginning, okay? We were there. I'm quite sure you saw us. Alright? You were coming southbound on Douglas, okay? When you came up to 3rd and Douglas, you didn't make a complete stop at the stop sign. While you were passing us, we saw that you had dark tint on your vehicle, okay? Those are 2 traffic infractions that we have every right to pull you over for, okay? So, we do a traffic stop. You come to a stop here. My partner comes up to the car. Before he passes, as any good officer would, he asks you to let the back window down because it's dark and we can't see inside, okay? There's many instances where when officers walk up to cars, people shoot at an officer, shoot and kill him, okay? It does happen, all right? So my fellow detective, he asked you to do that. You say you didn't want to. So we ask you to get out of the car, which we have every right to, okay? Also, when it goes back to officer safety, we have no idea what's in the car. So you get out of the car, and I asked you to identify yourself. I explained the 2 infractions that we had to stop you, and you told me essentially that it's not an emergency, and therefore it's no investigation going on, okay? So that, ma'am, is incorrect. It's a traffic stop. It's a lawful investigation. This is all being recorded on my body-worn camera, so therefore this is why you're in handcuffs. The reason you're in handcuffs is because you said you are not identifying yourself. And I explained to you, I said, if you don't identify yourself, you will be arrested. And you said, well, I'm not giving you my information. Okay? So, from this point, so I placed you in handcuffs, and as of right now, you are under arrest, okay? So, it's failed to identify or obstruction. Whichever route you want to go, that's the name of the charge, okay? So, your daughter is here. Unfortunately, now DCF is going to have to get involved because you chose to do all of this stuff in front of your daughter, which is something that's not even necessary. Okay? So, do you wish to identify yourself now? If not, we're going to take you to the palm. If we can't identify who you are, if the vehicle's not registered to you,
I'll identify myself, but under duress. So I'll identify myself because I don't want to leave my daughter here.
Okay, what do you mean by under duress?
Meaning I'm being forced to do this. So I'm going to identify myself.
This is a traffic stop. Have you been pulled over before? Have you been pulled over before?
I'm going to identify myself.
Have you been pulled over before?
Because I don't want to leave my daughter here by herself. So I'm going to go ahead and identify myself. If you're calling DCF on my child, why would I have to identify myself? That's not true. She definitely had on. She had on her seatbelt.
My body camera was on. We can review it if you want.
Exactly.
Okay.
What'd you say?
Come on, man. Like, this is,
What did you say?
man. I said I don't want to leave her here. And why are you guys calling DCF if I'm telling
Because
you I'm
we have
identifying myself? If she's not being left here by herself, then am I being arrested?
Yes, ma'am. You are. That's why you're in handcuffs. That's why you're in the back of a car. That's why you're separated from your daughter.
So if I'm being arrested anyway, why would I identify myself?
Because you have to. If you don't, then you're just going to go to the Palm Beach County jail under Jane Doe, and you're going to stay in there until you tell them your name. I don't get it. Do you have a warrant or something?
No, I don't. I don't get it. I feel like because this is harassment.
How is this harassment? We
This
have
is
no idea who
complete
you are. Do you
harassment.
understand what harassment
Just like I
is?
don't know who you are either.
That's my
But
point.
I have rights. Just because you're a
absolutely
police
right.
officer does not mean you can just do whatever you want to do.
So-
And I know I didn't commit a crime.
Man, I don't understand how can I explain this to you any better so that we
Listen,
can
I can understand if... See, I'm not a dummy. You understand? I
But
studied
you're-
law myself.
You're just misinformed.
No, I'm not misinformed.
You are, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm not lying to you. My body camera is recording.
I get it.
I'm trying
I
to
get it. This
educate
happens
you.
a lot, but I'm not trying to give you a problem, but I know I wasn't being a problem, and for you guys to be doing
Then
all
you committed
this.
2 infractions. Okay? Therefore, we conduct a traffic stop on a vehicle. When we conduct the traffic stop, the driving is a privilege, okay? The driver is forced.
I'm not driving, I'm traveling. So that's another issue.
Oh, okay. 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 Sit back.
Alea, tell Nana to come and get my car, please.
The car is being towed.
Why would my car be towed? For what?
It works out that you're here because that would be able to hand your sister over to you. Unfortunately, your mom failed to identify herself in a lawful traffic stop and refused to over and over again, and she's subsequently arrested for failing to identify herself. So that's where we're at.
For what? I'm sorry.
Failing to identify herself, you know. When we pull someone over, the person does not have the legal and lawful rights. How?
I'm so sorry.
So hold on a second. You didn't know that we have to identify the driver of a vehicle that's driving a car?
I heard or whatever,
Uh-huh.
but I never heard of somebody just getting arrested because they
Well, what happens if they say no? Do we just let them go for not give them a ticket?
warned
No.
or whatever.
Who are we warning?
That's
Who are we warning?
Like, basically, if you have any suspicions
No,
or anything like that.
Nope. I don't know who taught you that, but whoever taught you that just got your mom arrested.
I don't know, whatever, but she studies law.
Okay, well,
She knows more than me.
well, she's going to jail.
Okay.
Just hang tight over here. We're not done yet. We'll hand her off to you. Do you have a driver's license on
Yes,
you?
I do. Okay. I have to,
This.
can I also call? Well,
Do you have your driver's license on you?
yeah, I do. I know, she's on the street. Hello? Can I get my purse out of the car? They're gonna tow the car.
We'll relax. We'll get everything when we tell you it's okay to do so. Okay?
I don't really feel comfortable with
Okay,
the
well,
situation.
well, obviously, because your mother doesn't know how to act, so.
Can you write down her name and date of birth and stuff so I can give it to DCF, please? Thank you. Department of Children and Families, ma'am. Do you know who that is?
I'm not really know, but
Okay.
if you could explain it to me like in more depth.
I will. So basically, Department of Children and Families, anytime a parent or a child is involved, DCF comes and basically they'll do their investigation to ensure that the child is being treated fairly.
My mother treats me very well.
No, I understand that, but unfortunately, she's being arrested by us right now and in front of you, so we have to send this to DCF. It's making it a lot worse than what it really had to be. Okay?
Right, but I feel like there's no need for that.
We have to. It's protocol.
Wow.
So DCF, they'll come and they'll do their own investigation to ensure that you're not being neglected, etc.
I'm not.
They'll give you guys some some resources if
But
you.
I don't see why that's needed if I'm telling you right now.
Okay. It's protocol, man.
What's your name? What's your name?
Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out the problem here because
What is
I'm
your name?
fine right now. I don't really have a problem.
Yeah, but we
So why would we need to contact them?
Because as of right now, you're by yourself, and we have to either take you to DCF or we have to find your parent or guardian because your mother is going to jail. So in order for us to turn you over to somebody else, we need to know your name and information so that we can find out who your father is and contact him.
I can give you my father's information if that's what you need.
Okay, he'll do that, but you don't want to give him your name?
Once
And
I
your
have my other
birthday?
parent here, like, I'd be more willing
She's
to
going to jail.
Yeah, but once I have my father here to be able to...
Okay,
Because
just give
I'm a
him
child.
your dad's name and phone number,
Thank
please.
you.
I'm trying to find her name.
Are you going through my mother's stuff?
I am.
You have a warrant for that?
No, I don't need a warrant, ma'am. I'm inventorying the car so that I can ensure that nothing is stolen out of the car.
Oh, well, nothing's stolen. Like, we just...
No, the car is being towed. So I'm making sure that nothing goes missing so that when your mom gets out of jail, everything is still here. That's what I'm doing. It's an inventory. It's not a search.
Okay.
Understood?
License no bueno, and there's a seize tag order
Did you see his tag order?
for the RO, and she's RO. License no good, and there's a seize tag order.
Is it her? Does it look like her? Yes?
Plus that you guys have a sergeant come out.
Okay.
I
You can do
feel
that.
like this is being handled right, and my daughter's still being left alone, and she has her.
Did you identify yourself?
I tried to, but he said I was being arrested.
No, you're still being arrested, but listen. So now we run into the problem that we can't hand your daughter over to someone in your... Hold on, let me finish. To someone in your family because we can't identify if these people are family members because we don't know who you are. So it's our responsibility. So now we have to identify you, we have to identify your daughter, and we have to identify the person that we're going to hand your daughter over to. Because that's all got to be put in a police report. Because if we just hand your daughter or someone that you tell us is your daughter...
Okay, I'll identify myself because I want my daughter to be. She's never been through anything like this before.
Well, she was very rude for never being through anything. She was very rude. Very, very
Your
rude.
daughter probably would too. If you
No.
treated like this,
No.
I guarantee you.
No.
But like I said, I want to identify myself so that she can get into my daughter.
Okay.
Because I feel like
Do you have a driver's license inside the vehicle?
No.
No. Okay, give me a minute. I'll get some paper. Right here. Stuff down.
All right, ma'am. So we ran the tag. The vehicle is coming back with a seize tag order. Okay. So I'm taking the tag. There's a seize tag order.
What is that?
It's basically when it's telling law enforcement pull you over and take the tag.
Why?
If the driver is the owner. So you're the driver. So we have a seize tag order. We're taking the tag. The vehicle is being towed. Okay. Do you want me to give are those your purses inside the car?
Right. But why is
It's-
it a cease? What is that for?
Listen to me. Do you want me to give your purse the house keys
Yes,
or whatever?
yes, I do.
To who?
It doesn't matter, either one of them.
Anybody over here?
Whichever one of the two that came up here.
Okay. What's their names?
Nylesia.
Nylesia. Okay. Do you want me to give them all the keys other than the car key?
Well, why are you taking the...
Because it's a seize tag order.
What is that? You're not explaining to me what it is. Like,
seize tag order is a order from the government, from the state, that we are supposed to seize your tag and tow the vehicle. So therefore, your license is also suspended. It's been suspended many times in the past. Okay, so like when that happens, some way somehow, the state comes out with that order, and they tell law enforcement to seize the tag. Therefore, it's kind of like so they can have you stop driving, so that you can go to them and rectify whatever the issue is. Okay.
that is crazy.
Okay. So the purse and stuff, you want me to let them get whatever they want to get out of the car? Or just the purses?
Yeah, just tell them to take everything out of the car and yeah.
Also your husband, he's on his, or her father is on his way. Okay.
Did she identify herself?
Not give her name.
So you're not giving your name and information? Because DCF's going to figure it out.
Okay, that's fine.
Are you sure that's fine? You want her to go with DCF?
No, I'm talking about. You asked about her name?
Yes.
Give the name.
So funny. Why is it so funny? Why is this funny? Your mom's going to jail right now. Why is this funny? None of this is comedy.
Alright, so as of right now, your mom, she's under arrest for felon to identify, so obstructing our traffic stop. Alright, also driving while license suspended, so felony driving while license suspended. Okay. It's also a seize tag order, that's why we took the tag, because her license is not suspended. I mean, it is suspended, it's not valid. Okay, so as of right now, that's what she's going to jail for.
And that forces us to tow the vehicle because now there's no tag on it.
Yes.
A judge said that we have to take the tag.
And then, unfortunately, due to this happening in the presence of a minor and arrest, we have to forward this to DCF, okay? So DCF will be notified, and yeah. Did any of my partners get the address for her? Okay, no problem. And yeah, me too. And I mean, hey, this could have just been a citation, and they could have been on their way, and they could have been released from here, and we would have just towed the car due to the seize tag order. However, the mom chose to. Okay. We are concerned about the child too. That's why we have to do this. We have to follow the procedure. Well, no, we don't want to, man. That's why we're still here on scene. That's why we have her standing with her sisters waiting for Dad to come. At the end of the day, we're just trying to do our job.
Mary was charged with obstruction for failure to ID, driving while suspended with knowledge, a stop sign violation, and an equipment violation for excessive tint. Her tag was seized per order of the state, and her car was towed. Police were on the scene for close to an hour and a half until the minor's father finally arrived to retrieve her. Here are some other videos we think you'll enjoy. If you like this video and would like to help our channel grow, please click like, leave a comment about this video or a general comment about our channel or our book, and please subscribe.